Sarah, have you ever noticed how people in London say things like, don't you? And it comes out sounding more like, don't ya? That's not just laziness or a shortcut. It's a process called coalescent assimilation.
Oh, absolutely, Paul. And it's one of those things you start hearing everywhere once you know it exists. It really shows how spoken English in London is always shifting and adapting, doesn't it?
It really does. So let's break down what coalescent assimilation actually is, basically. It's when two neighboring sounds blend into a single, new sound. Usually, this happens at word boundaries.
Right, like when could you becomes could ya. The dud and the ye sounds kind of merge into a j sound. I find it fascinating because it makes speech flow so much smoother.
And you know, it's not just don't ya or could ya. If you listen closely in London, you'll hear loads of examples like would you turning into would ya, or meet you blending to meet you.
Exactly. And what's wild is that even people who think they speak proper English will do this without noticing. It's not tied to one accent, but pops up all over the city.
That actually brings up a good question. Why do we even do this? I guess it comes down to ease of speaking. It's just quicker and less effort to glide from one sound to the next.
Totally. Our mouths want to take the path of least resistance. Plus, in fast-paced conversations, there's barely time for neat, isolated sounds.
Right. It's like a shortcut that everyone uses, whether they realize it or not.
Speaking of everyone, how about received pronunciation? Even the so-called Queen's English isn't immune to these sound changes.
Yeah, that's a great point. Even in RP, you'll hear could you becoming could ya. It's subtle, but it's there. It's a reminder that real-world speech is way messier than what's written in textbooks. Now, if we jump over to multicultural London English, or MLE, things get even more interesting. Coalescent assimilation is everywhere, but it's mixed with influences from dozens of other languages.
Yeah, and because Emily is so dynamic, you'll notice blends like would you or get you happening with even more frequency and sometimes in new ways, influenced by different backgrounds.
Traditional Cockney speakers, though, have a bit of a reputation for taking things even further. Their version of coalescent assimilation feels almost like an art form.
Absolutely think of how Cockney turns did you into did ya, or won't you into want ya. It's almost like their speech hops and skips to its own rhythm.
You know, just the other day I overheard a conversation on the tube. Someone said, can't you? And it came out as cancha. It made me smile because it's exactly what we're talking about.
Oh, I love catching those in the wild. And once you start listening, you hear these blends everywhere in shops, at bus stops, even on the news sometimes.
I've had students tell me they never noticed these changes until we talked about them. Suddenly, they're hearing wangcha and wujja all the time.
That's been my experience too. Once you tune in, it's like this secret layer to London English opens up, and you can even start using it more naturally yourself.
Some people wonder if these blends are incorrect English. But honestly, they're just natural patterns that happen in every language.
Exactly. And in some ways, they even help with understanding. They keep speech flowing, and honestly, they make conversations feel a lot more authentic.
If you want to sound more like a Londoner, practicing these blends is a great place to start. Try repeating phrases like did you or could you until they naturally become didja and coulda.
Yeah, and maybe record yourself, play it back, and see if you're gliding those sounds together. It's a fun experiment, and it really helps with fluency.
You know, coalescent assimilation isn't just a London thing. You'll find it in lots of English accents around the world, just with their own twists.
That's so true. It's like this hidden thread running through spoken English everywhere. Maybe next episode we should take a peek at how it shows up in other cities.
I love that idea. For now, I hope everyone listening will start hearing coalescent assimilation in everyday conversations. It really changes the way you listen to people on the street.
And maybe, just maybe, you'll find yourself saying don'tcha or wantcha without even thinking about it. That's the real sign you're part of the London Lingo Club.